Liz Coley. This is Undercover Reading. We're reading The Captain's Kid, Chapter 5, Part 5. When I said goodbye to Aunt Manda, I asked, "Do you mind if I take Mom's scarf with me? I'd like to have something of hers. Unless, of course, you'd rather keep it here." Her eyes filled. "Of course, Brandon, you're welcome to keep it near." She gave me a hard, long hug before sending me on my way. Long enough to last a year. Dad nearly knocked me off my feet at the boarding airlock. "Easy, Dad, I've only been gone 3 days," I said. He pulled me apart from the shuttle passengers with an arm around my waist. "I've thought of about 40 different ways you could have been attacked or injured since then." "Only 40? I leaned against him. "I'm way ahead of you then. I'm up to 50. We should compare lists." His twisty smile told me he only half appreciated the joke. "What couldn't you tell me over the vid?" "I'll tell you in the privacy of our room," he said, casting a glance at the people around us. "It's not corridor conversation." So once we were safely between our own 4 walls, I asked again, "Did you have a premonition that things were going to go wrong?" "Much more specific," he said. "I had an anonymous communique that led me to believe you were in danger." My jaw dropped. "Oh, wow. What did it say?" "It said you were in danger." Stunned silence from me. "It was a threat, kiddo. Return to Earth and abort the mission, or your son will suffer for your failure to cooperate." He buried his fingers in his hair, closed his eyes, and exhaled heavily. His shoulders slumped in a way I'd rarely seen before. My chest tightened. A windy sound rushed through my ears. Karthik sure called it. I was a pawn in a larger game. I didn't know much about chess, but weren't pawns usually sacrificed first? "What are you going to do, Dad?" I'd have to go along with whatever he decided, even if that meant leaving me behind on Luna to take away that point of leverage from the saboteurs. But I really didn't want to be left. "Clearly, we're not aborting the mission," Dad replied. I hated to ask. "Do you need to abort me? I mean, you know what I mean?" Dad shook his head. "No way. First of all, I don't give in to threats. Second, I made you a promise. Third, they've already shown a long reach. Getting to you on Earth, on board, and on Luna. I don't see that it makes sense for you to be any farther away from me than necessary." A strangely relaxed sense of relief flooded me. Right, of course not. Still, I puzzled over the connect the dots. I couldn't see the big picture. "I don't understand, Dad, why a resupply cargo and tech drop should cause this kind of attention. What are we carrying anyway? Weapons? Drugs? Hazardous biological waste? What?" Dad's lips twisted in a sad smile. "No, Spidey. Look, it's not a cargo drop. It's more of a cargo pickup." "Valuable cargo? Diamonds? Contraband? Stolen goods?" "Rein in your imagination, boy." Dad laughed tightly. "That's all I want to say about it. I can see your wheels turning. Let it drop." I shrugged, wheels, as he said, turning. Karthik could help me get to the bottom of this. Dad clamped a hand on my shoulder. "I want you to be very, very careful." Did I say very? Yes, very careful. Extremely careful. Try to stay in a crowd, and I will have security looking over your shoulder. "Oh, Dad," I moaned. "Trust me, you won't even know they're there. These guys are highly trained." I bowed to the inevitable and unzipped my duffel. Mom's scarf was on top. I could always check the security cams and run a pattern recognition to see who he had on my tail. Then I could... "Spidey." "What's that?" Dad asked, his face pained. I folded my arms into it and held it to my chest. "Souvenir. Aunt Manda said it was okay to take it." Dad looked me in the eye, his own glistening like deep green water. "Souvenir, from the French language, meaning to remember." His eyes dropped to the wedding band he still wore. "That's fine, kiddo. It's important to remember." He touched the scarf once and smiled before he walked into his bedroom. A lot of words remained unsaid, but it felt like progress. Well, that is the end of Chapter 5. Please come back for the continuation of The Captain's Kid.